Hello, Potato, and welcome to Weekend Magic for August the 7th, 2021. So if you watched either of last weekend's videos, you'll remember that I mentioned that they were releasing a bunch of new LEGO kits on Sunday, August the 1st, and that I was going to be in that line to buy one. And if you follow the @VoidOfIntelligence Instagram, you'll know the fact I was there. And you'll know the fact that I did not get the set that I went there for. But I did say I got some stuff, and I did. But first, let's talk about the event, if you want to call it an event. Mistakes were made. The first mistake was mine, and that was that I didn't show up until about 10:20, about 40 minutes before the store was scheduled to open. And this is a mistake because by that point, there was only like 50 or 60 people in line, and it went all the way to the center of the mall. And you'd think, if I were smart, I would have learned after the Star Wars Day thing to show up earlier. But as I have said before, I am not smart. And so I did not show up earlier. And so I was in line for quite a long time, partly because of another mistake. And that was that for whatever reason, the LEGO store did not open on time. They opened about 10 minutes after 11. As a result of that, and the sheer number of people in line, and the fact they only have 2 cash registers, and they're just really not a store that's equipped for large events, I didn't get into the store until noon. So I waited in line almost 2 hours to get into the store. Now, if you watched either of last week's videos, you'll remember that what I wanted to get was the Darth Vader Meditation Chamber Kit. I did not get the Darth Vader Meditation Chamber Kit. The person who was monitoring the line was asking what people were after, but of course, people were only saying like one thing, and most people were after the Ultimate Collector Series Clone Transport, the big flying ship from the prequel movies, and of course, Clone Wars. And so she said by the time she got to me that only 3 people had asked about the Darth Vader kit, and that they had a few of them, and it should be fine. It was not fine, because see, much like me, people didn't say all the kits they were after. They said like the one they wanted the most, which was, again, the UCS Clone Transport. What they actually were after was basically anything Star Wars. By the time I got there, the Star Wars part of the set of the wall, where all the new Star Wars kits should have been, was empty. I don't think they had any of them actually on the wall when I got in line. Now, if you recall, I had a list of 10 kits I wanted from last week's releases, so I wasn't going to be leaving empty-handed. They weren't out of everything. So I was going to get something. And I still was only planning on buying 1 or 2 kits, but they had giveaways. They had multiple giveaways, and I just could not make myself walk away from them. So I did manage to find a few things. Yep, I didn't get the Darth Vader kit, but I did not leave empty-handed. So for today's Weekend Magic, we're going to go through the things I did get in this lovely, big, crinkly bag. I kind of like the plastic bags better, to be honest. These handles, they eat into your hand when you walk around with these. Now, I only walked out with 1 bag. I saw one family walk out with like 5 of these bags. There are people who bought like kind of one of everything, or potentially more than one of everything. And I don't know how many of them are resellers and how many of them were just trying to fill their collection all at once. And I guess ultimately I don't care. But I got actually about half of the 10 kits that I wanted. Including a couple that going in, I didn't think I was going to be able to get. But they were still putting stuff out while we were in there, which I would kind of chalk that up as another mistake, that you didn't have these things. I know that they don't have a lot of shelf space, but they could have staged them behind the counters. I don't know. I feel like it was a mistake to not have them out, but I feel it's a mistake that I benefited from, so I'm not going to complain too harshly about it. So let's go through what I spent way too much money on. I was going in hoping to spend maybe around $100. I spent a little more than $100, partially because one of the giveaways was at the $200 level, and partially because I put back 1 kit for one that was a little bit more expensive, like $20, because it magically had appeared on the shelf while we were in line. So let's go through what I got. So first off, I got Kit 76190, the Iron Man Ironmonger Mayhem set. It's part of the Infinity Saga release. It's basically a way of releasing a bunch of kits from the older movies, but as new kits. I don't remember if this actually had come out before or not. It doesn't really look familiar to me. But at the time, like, a dozen years ago when the Marvel movies started up, I really wasn't buying a lot of Lego yet at that point. It wasn't until Monster Fighters that I really started buying more of it. And so I wasn't getting a lot of Marvel stuff then. So it could have come out and I just missed it. But I got it now because it's a mech, and I like mechs. I like Lego, I like mechs. Lego mechs are a good thing. Plus, it's kind of cool in that it has an Obadiah Stane minifigure in it. It's 479 pieces for ages 9 and up, I guess because it's kind of more of a play with set. But yeah, it's in the neat little Infinity Saga packaging where they kind of done like the comic thing, but with minifigures. I kind of like this packaging. It's a little reminiscent of the black packaging from the adult Lego collector stuff, but still clearly one meant for younger fans of Lego. And let's see what else we have in here. We have... Oh, this is one of the kits that I thought walking in I wasn't going to be able to get, but they put it out on the shelf while I was there. It's Kit 75311, the Imperial Armored Marauder from the Mandalorian. It comes with a new version of Grief, different from the one that came in the Razor Crest, because he has his Season 2 beard here. Plus you get some Stormtroopers, which is nice. Now the scale, of course, looks to be way off on this compared to the size of it in the show, but I don't care. This is as I said last week, this is one, like, the moment I saw it on the show, I knew I wanted a Lego kit of it. Would I like the scale to be a little larger? Yeah, maybe, but I don't mind this. It's also for ages 8 and up, and it's 478 pieces. And I don't know the prices on any of these. Let's just say that after tax, it was a little bit more than I wanted to spend. And as a result, I pretty much only had money for gas for the next week. Now, I am probably going to have to take this bag off the table to get everything else out of it. There we go. The bag's empty now, but I think it still looks nice up there, so I'm putting it back up. Next up is another mech-themed kit, and that is from Marvel What If, Kit 76201, Captain Carter and the Hydra Stomper. It's 343 pieces, also for ages 8 and up. As you can see, the boxes on these have that same sort of Lego comic book look to them, but they have like a purple starry background instead of the black background of the Infinity Saga sets. Now, of course, I haven't seen this episode yet. As far as I know, basically nobody has. The show starts, I think this coming week. But I'm looking forward to it. I've seen Captain Carter as a character existing before, and I wanted this because not only does it have the Captain Carter minifigure, which, again, I could have waited a month and tried to get out of the blind bag sets, but it has this awesome mech with a little skinny version of Steve Rogers, although, to be fair, Lego skinny Steve Rogers looks exactly like Captain America Steve Rogers in minifigure form, because minifigures are all the same size. Also comes with Red Skull, which I do not have a Red Skull minifigure, so now I have one of those. And again, I like mechs. One of the other kits I have from Marvel, one of the older ones, it's like discontinued now. I think it's called US Steel. I bought it mostly because it came with Agent Coulson in his car, but it also came with an awesome mech, which is just a nice set. Yep, this is the Hydra Stomper. So I guess instead of becoming a super soldier, Steve Rogers becomes a proto version of Iron Man. That should be a fun one to build and put together. And sticking with Marvel, we have one more Marvel set, and that is Kit 76200, Bro Thor's New Asgard. This one's for ages 7 and up. It is 265 pieces. I think it's the smallest kit that I bought, not counting the promotional giveaway kits. And this one just, again, Infinity Saga packaging, got the comic books on it. But I just really like the look of this. It's a nice little detailed. This is like a shelf display. I mean, I don't quite know why it's aged 7 up, because I can't see kids really playing with this. It's not really a play with set. I feel like this is more of a set to go up on your shelf and just look at and find amusing. But it comes with Bro Thor. And I commented last week that I thought it was kind of a lost opportunity that they didn't give him like a 3-dimensional gut. His belly is just painted on. But then I realized in thinking about it more that if they'd given him a 3-dimensional gut, he wouldn't be able to sit down because it would interfere with his legs. So I guess we are trading a little bit of a humorous appearance for functionality, which I guess I can't be upset about that. But I love all the detail on this. It's, all the stuff on the shelves, the fact they're actually playing games on the TV set, that it comes with Korg. Korg is cool. I enjoy Korg. Who doesn't enjoy Korg? And it comes with, what was that, Mike? I don't remember how to pronounce that name, and I'm not really that interested in him. But Korg. Do like me some Korg. But yeah, I think that's the smallest set, except for if you bought $40 in Marvel stuff, which I did surpass a little bit, you got a free little polybag kit, which is this one here, Kit 30454, Shang-Chi and the Great Protector from, of course, Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings. This is a little 55-piece kit. Will I ever put it together? I don't know. But I mean, they were giving it away. They were Marvel kits I wanted. It's not like I bought stuff I didn't want to get it. And so I got it. And it comes with a little Shang-Chi minifigure. I haven't purchased any of the Shang-Chi sets, so that is the first Shang-Chi I have. And yeah, I have no regrets in getting that. It's a cute little set. Is it much to it? Not really, but it's a cute little set. So I have one more set that I bought, and this is another one that I thought walking in I wasn't going to be able to get. I was actually going to get the Seinfeld set instead, because I had a few of those on the shelf. And then while we were in line, we looked over, and there was some more stuff in the Star Wars area. Sadly, not the Darth Vader. The person working there did check in back, and they did not have any more of the Darth Vader meditation chamber set. And I know that actually has been online on the Lego site, and maybe they have it back in the store, but I've kind of spent all my money now, and therefore can't buy it. So I'm just gonna kind of resign myself to not getting the Darth Vader kit. But this kit was put up on the shelf while we were in line, and to get to the $200 level, I could have put one of these back, still been over $40 and gotten Shang-Chi here. But at this point, we were like 2 people back in line, and I wasn't doing my mental math correctly, and so I ended up way overshooting that $200 mark by buying Kit 75314, the Bad Batch Attack Shuttle. Yes, this is one of the ones I wanted the most last week, and while we were in line, they put some more out. And yes, that box is beat to crap. Why do you ask? No, I did not get a discount for it. I wasn't buying it as a gift, and let's face it, if I had said no because of the box being bashed up, which the 3 they had were all bashed up, somebody else would have bought it. It wouldn't have been a problem for them to sell it to someone else. So, yeah, I accepted that bash box, and now I have my own Bad Batch Attack Shuttle. It's 969 pieces, and not a huge set, but not smaller than, I think this one was like $100 though, which is about $20 more than the Seinfeld set. So like I said, I could have put one of these ones back and got them later and kept a little closer to the budget that I wanted to be at, or at least closer to that $200 target, but I didn't. So I've got this now, which I'm quite happy with. I liked the last episode, or not last episode, the second to last episode that just released this week, the part 1 of the finale. And I'm glad to hear that it's been renewed for a second season. But yeah, this one has, as I've commented before, all of the Bad Batch, except for Omega. There's no Omega in it, which it seems weird that there's been no Omega, like anything. She hasn't been on the pins. She hasn't been in the Lego kits. It seems weird to leave her out. Also seeing that it looks like Crosshair there is in his TK Trooper armor, not in his Bad Batch armor, which is, I'm gonna say, I am a little disappointed. I would like to have had him in his proper Bad Batch armor, but it is what it is, and it looks like it'll be a very fun set to put together and have forever. So when you bought $200 worth of stuff, there was a free kit, and actually it's a pretty nice kit. It's a pretty big sized kit for a giveaway, which I guess is why it took a $200 purchase to get it. And it's actually a Lego Ideas kit, which is interesting. And it's this one here, Kit 40487, Sailboat Adventure. 330 pieces, a lovely little sailboat, a couple minifigures, a couple dolphins. Yep, this was on the Idea site, which I've been trying to take more interaction in, but I'm having trouble getting in there with my normal Lego account. It just puts me in this continual loop of trying to log in. It's a real pain. So I ended up setting up a totally separate account just for Lego Ideas, but separate from my normal Lego account, which I don't suppose is any issue really with that, but there are a couple really nice kits on there that I would love to get now. There's an A-Team kit and a Knight Rider kit, both of which I would love to see them actually put into production. Yeah, this is a nice little set. I believe they signed up saying that they were doing kind of an early release for it, August 1st to 3rd for VIP members. So this actually would be like the first time in a long time I've gotten an actual benefit out of being a VIP member. So, as you might be able to guess, tomorrow's video will be me building one of these kits, not this one. I like that kit, don't get me wrong, but that's not the one I'm building tomorrow. It's gonna be one of these. And I really haven't decided which one yet. I'm kind of thinking Bad Batch, just because that's the one I've been waiting for the longest. Not necessarily because it's the best of these kits, but because it is the one they announced first. So I'm kind of thinking also the box is already beat up and we can get rid of the box then. That's my LEGO store haul from the August 1st releases. Yes, I spent way too much money, way more than I intended to. And yeah, like I said, rest of the week I had money for gas, and that's about it. But overall, I'm quite pleased. I got literally half of the top 10 that I listed last week. They're all nice sets. I do hope to maybe get that Darth Vader one. The rest of them I'm not too worried about. They'll be available. And then of course, the stuff, what they announced this week? Or they revealed, I guess not so much an announcement. If you watch this channel, I do advent calendars every December. And the last couple years, I've done like a Lego calendar and a something else calendar, and then like a food calendar. Like a couple years ago, it was a Marvel Funko Mini Pop calendar. Last year, it was a Hot Wheels calendar, which was kind of ridiculous. And this year, I had already decided I was going to do the Star Wars Lego Advent calendar because it was Mandalorian themed, and I thought that'd be fun. Because the Harry Potter one didn't look that good this year. I've done Harry Potter the last couple years. Not that impressed with this year's, but the Star Wars one I was more impressed with. And then I think on Monday, they revealed they're doing an Avengers Lego Advent calendar. And now I'm not sure what to do because that Lego Avengers one looks pretty cool. I like, I normally don't like the little mini ship builds that come in these things, but I like the fact that it has like a mini Hulkbuster and a mini Avenger Tower, and I can kind of put them in my Santa's Village area of my Winter Village. So maybe that's part of why I've changed my mind on those mini ship builds, is that I do have a place to put them in, and let's face it, Harry Potter had those things in it too. But now I'm not sure which one I want to do. I don't want to do both Lego ones, because I kind of want to do a Lego and a something else. Yeah, it's all up in the air right now. I've still got a couple months. Come back December 1st and you'll see what I picked. But that's going to wrap up this part of it. So that just leaves me to discuss with you what got me through this week. And what got me through this week is not anything as exciting as new Lego kits or a TV show. It's a little bit of a weird one this week. And maybe it just speaks to the fact that it wasn't the best week in the world. But what got me through this week are these. Members Mark Everything Seasoned Cashews. So like they're everything bagel seasoning on them. Which I'm having a everything bagel seasoning moment now. Some people like pumpkin spice. I like everything bagel. Because you can put that everything bagel seasoning on like whatever. It's really good on pizza actually. But yeah, Sam's Club has these. Members Mark, of course, is the Sam's Club store brand. And they are just whole cashews to start out with, coated in everything bagel seasoning. Look at that. Look at that. These are very, very tasty. It's such a common minor thing that I didn't even think to do a video on these when I first got them, but as you can see, I've been enjoying them. And I recommend them. I'm not gonna do a video on them because I've already eaten them. It's not a first reaction anymore, but they're quite good. And if you have a Sam's Club near you, or a membership to Sam's Club, or you just find something similar in your store, definitely recommend you give Everything Seasoned Cashews a try. They are what got me through this week. And that's going to wrap this video up. Yeah, a little long for a Weekend Magic. I've been trying to keep them shorter and didn't really succeed this time, but you can't spend this much money and not give it the time that it's due, right? So come back tomorrow. I will do one of these kits again. I'm thinking probably Bad Batch, but definitely one of these will be tomorrow's video. I hope you found this video at all interesting or entertaining. If you did, give it a like. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Go follow the @VoidOfIntelligence Instagram, where occasionally I post things other than just announcements and video releases. And thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. These are good. Go try them.